Everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the one, the only, the Wyoriginal podcast, brought to you by your host. It's me, Jared Burton.
Hey, Joe Maldonado.
What's up? I'm Dominic Syracuse, and we are broadcasting live today, live from the Wyoriginal studio. This is our second live broadcast. We're super happy to do it. Got to have a huge shout out to Mr. Sino So Wavy, running sound, running
Let's
video.
go.
Yeah.
Thank you, my guy. Appreciate you.
Already got it. We're on like take two. We've been setting up for the past hour and a half. These guys have been here since yesterday. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and introduce. We have two very, very special guests. We're going to get into both of them. We have Mr. Mike Morris. Round of applause for Mr. Mike Morris. Yes. We have Mr. Skip Arnold in the house. Round of applause for Mr. Skip Arnold. We are going to introduce both these folks. I'm going to start out with Mike because Mike and I have been friends for like 20 years or something like actually, yeah, right?
A long time.
Right.
We were incapable of facial hair at the time.
That's right.
You're
That's
still
right.
incapable.
And yeah, here's the thing is now look at Mike's beard. Can we just look at this beard here? Now here's the thing, Mike, first question, what does puberty feel like? Is it nice? Because I'm still waiting. No.
Oh,
I don't think that this is not the direction I anticipated going.
Yeah. Well, me neither. I anticipated going a direction where I go through puberty at some point, but I haven't hit that yet. No. So Mike and I, we met when we were like 12 years old, 7th grade.
12-year-old genius.
12-year-old genius.
There we go.
He was like this. Now, here's the fun part is that now, currently, Mike Morris is known around town as an amazing musician, someone who helps with the community in every single way, president of Arts Cheyenne.
Shout out to that.
We're going to be getting into all that. He's got a massive concert that he's organizing coming up soon. So we're going to talk about that. That's going to be awesome. But first, we're going to do a little deep cut. You see, Mike and I started our foray into entertainment when we were 13 years old in a band we made called Crosstown Rivals.
Okay.
All right. Mike was the lead singer. I was the lead guitar player. And we had, some would call the Woodstock of Cheyenne, Wyoming, which was the McCormick Talent Show in 8th grade. And that show was amazing. Do you remember that show, Mike?
Oh, yeah. I could not forget that show. I don't. What would we call that? We destroyed a lot of equipment.
We did. See, we were a punk rock band, right? And so we played our song. And the thing was, here was the most important part to playing the punk rock song. It was very important that I was wearing socks up to my knees. That was very important. And then at the end of the show, Mike was going to jump off the stage. And we had been practicing this Mike jumping off of the stage thing over and over and over and over. So we're playing. And it's we're about ready to like have it. And we play. And first of all, it's like there was 5 of us. Only one of our guitars were working. Like the drummer couldn't hear. So he was a little off time. But so long as we got this jump at the end, we're playing. Mike goes to do the jump. What he forgets is that he's still got the migrophone in his hand. So he rips the microphone cord in half, jumping off of the stage. So here's the point. It sounded terrible, but it looked even worse. So
I don't think they had a talent show after that.
After that year.
Yeah,
it was too much of a liability.
Yeah.
But the good news is we did. Yes, that's right. We did.
Yeah,
we paved the way.
Yeah,
we paved the way. And also,
if you're listening,
here's the thing.
Now you got to.
Here's the thing. We didn't win. We didn't win. We got audience choice. Remember that? We were the audience choice band, which is more important.
Nice.
2 girls who lip sync Girls Just Want to Have Fun won the show. But we got the.
Well, shout out to them too, man.
Yeah,
everybody had some talent.
Come on, man. They were speaking Cyndi Lauper.
So anyway, that's Mike and my history, and then growing up together, playing music, entering into arts, and now you have become the president of Arts Cheyenne, huh?
Wow.
Yeah, I guess so. It's become me, I guess. It's been a great run with the organization. Certainly, it's as I've been a part of Arts Cheyenne over the last 7 years, I've seen it as an organization continue to really elevate its outreach, its
Nice.
breadth of programming, the artistic mediums that we dive into. And I think there are a lot of talented people who belong to the organization through the board, through our
Nice.
staff, everything. And it's really cool to see, not just through our organization, but across the board in the community, the
Nice.
manner in which the arts have permeated into Cheyenne's consciousness. And I mean, I think a lot of that has to do with, your guys' efforts at presidential and,
Think so?
I think so, man. I mean,
Facts.
I look back at the Funeral Fridays series 5, 6 years ago and what that launched for the hip hop community here, because I've been plugged in to the arts and music programming for a long time. And that was like a discernible stretch where the hip hop community had a voice
Thank you,
and
man. I
suddenly it
appreciate
had a
that.
presence. And so I think what I appreciate about what's happened in the Cheyenne community artistically
One
is
sec. Shout out to Drop. Making a
big
lot of that
shout.
Funeral
Yes.
Fridays.
Can
really
we get a
pop
round
off.
of applause
And,
for Mr.
Mike Morris
Drop?
knows who
Yeah.
Drop is for sure. Irvin McCarter, to be exact.
Yeah, Drop was on Arts Cheyenne's board.
Facts.
He and I have worked on concert programming together, and super talented guy. I just think that this city has come together in an organic manner and has like cultivated a movement that goes across the board, whether it's paint slingers, whether it's what John and Renee do with the Lincoln, whether
Big
or not
facts.
it's what Jason does with the city. There is a team approach, and it's very cool to see people uplift one another, and that's
It's
I
a
think
fact.
I
Well,
love that
yeah.
we've had so many guests on this podcast, and every single one you say Drop, and they were like, "Oh yeah, Drop did this." But I was like, "Yo, Drop has done so much for so
That's a
many
fact.
people.
I mean,
It's
it's true.
crazy. Every single guest so far, every single one."
You know, and it's a love to hate because everybody's like, man, this guy, but then it's like, man, I love this guy. You know what I mean? Because he's that impactful in the community, as you said. So yeah.
Well, yeah. And then also, I mean, look, we got Mike here literally just gave a shout out to everybody that we've had on the show, that we want to have on the show, that other stuff. And you hear me all the time on the show say that the thing is the baton's been passed in Cheyenne, right?
I believe it.
10 years ago, we were all dying for something to do, dying for stuff. And it was us making, punk rock bands when we were 14 years old is where it started, because we could only play at the McCormick Talent Show. And when you hear me say the baton is passed, I always have Mike Morris in mind. It's always like the baton has been passed to Mike specifically because he's always putting all this stuff on. Another thing you don't know, I mean, he was talking about the hip hop scene. Mike is a hardcore gangster rapper. People don't, you can't tell.
Man.
You can't tell by looking at him.
Wow.
When I say he drops flow, no, I'm just kidding. Mike is an amazing musician. He really is. Mike is one of the best singers you'll hear. He's an amazing guitar player. He's got, he plays all around town, but we do have, listen, I'm not saying we have the most gangster roots of anyone we've had on the show. I mean, our last guest was literally incarcerated for a while, but Mike and I, we did some mean ding dong ditching back in the day. That's because there wasn't cool shows and there wasn't fun like stuff to do. So what we had to do to entertain ourselves is Mike and I did two things growing up. The first thing we would do is save fireworks from 4th of July and blow up Matchbox cars. That was a lot of fun.
Okay.
We did that literally until last week. We were 34 years old. Yeah. The whole Jessup fire you've been hearing about in the news. I'm not. I think one day is past the statute of limitation, but it might have been us blowing up Matchbox cars. I don't know. We did that, and then what we would do is we would just ding dong ditch our friends' parents, and we've had to hide underneath cars. We have a lot of stories. We can go on and on and on, but let's.
You guys are kind of good.
I know. We could tell some. I want to tell some crazy stories, but actually, first, down to business. Let's talk about the show that you're putting together. Tell us about this concert. It's a free concert in Lions Park, right?
Yeah. I mean, so it's a free music and arts festival. This is Arts Cheyenne's annual, community music and arts festival. It has a derivative that goes back about a decade. It was, I believe, called the Cheyenne Arts Festival, and it was held downtown for a number of years. And we sort of paused it in 2017. It wasn't quite picking up the traction, I think, as the organization had hoped. And, of course, 2020, we're still on pause. The pandemic rolled around and that put everything on pause. And it gave us all a lot of time to think about and plan for what we were going to do when, we were able to resume programming. And for me, one of the visions was having an arts festival and particularly a music festival in,
Nice.
Cheyenne's biggest municipal park, Lions Park. So we brought back that festival under the name the Cheyenne Arts Celebration. The first year we held it was at the amphitheater, and we brought up Trev Rich from Denver. We brought
Let's
up
go.
AP.
Shout out to Trev Rich.
Yeah,
Shout
Trev,
out to Trev Rich, man.
man. Brought up some names and had a really like a banger show. Had a really cool atmosphere that it featured local regional artists. Last year we moved from the amphitheater over to the area that's kind of by the softball fields and the beaches of Cheyenne, if you will. I'm sure Garth Brooks was thinking about that when he wrote that song. It's the beaches of Sloan's Lake. But no, we use the city stage. Jason Sanchez and Reckon Events have been great in working with us. They'll have the Fridays on the Plaza show and then bring the stage up that night. Next day, it'll be out there. And so we moved locations in 2022 and probably saw a doubled turnout. This year, we're really hopeful. I think that the outreach of this event is going to hit a lot more people and really be something that the community comes out and pivots to as a fixture for the summertime that they can expect. So anyway, looking at, everything that's going on, we've got like 45 visual art exhibitions. These are vendors who are going to be, selling their art, but it's something you can just check out for free. The music lineup again is great. National, regional, and local artists and national headliners. Buffalo Nichols is one of them. I mean, he's been featured on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, Lollapalooza, Austin City Limits. This is a killer, world-class blues roots musician. Has a super interesting story. Stephanie Ann Johnson comes to us out of the Seattle music scene. She was a finalist on NBC's The Voice. Amazing artist. I guess I'll point out too something that has been cool. Both our Black musicians, and it's been a goal to try and bring in a lot of cultural diversity and different programming, whether that's through hip hop, blues, jazz, whatever. Over the years, that's been a big initiative, and we were trying to bring in and feature a lot of different.
I gotta stop you right there.
Yeah.
You said try twice. We do things on this show. Okay?
Yeah.
You know that. So I think you're doing that for sure. You know what I mean? Keep doing that. So let's go back. We do things here.
Yeah, man. And then we do also have really good local programming on the festival as well. We've got the City Creek Band and Mr. Bird and the Perfect Strangers. And Olivia Francis is actually out of Nashville, but she plays with local musicians who are backing her. And so I think that it's a very unique and diverse festival lineup that's going to appeal to a lot of different people. It's a very chill and mellow atmosphere and something that people can just come out and sort of enjoy that. Yeah.
How much is this event?
It's free.
Love that.
Yeah,
I love it. You got to let people know that it's
Hold
free.
on a second, because it just sounded so interesting. This lineup is like it's coming to you, and it's free.
It's free, man, and a lot of that is due to generous sponsorship throughout the community. A lot of great sponsors. We've had organizations like Visit Cheyenne that help us out as well.
Shout out to Dom.
Yeah,
shout out to Dom, man. Seriously, Dom always comes through in the big way for Visit Cheyenne.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dominic Bravo. That's my guy. And I didn't see him. No, seriously, he's very, very community oriented.
He really is. And look, couple things. So I just gotta repeat this for our viewers. So you're hearing this. Let me repeat what Mike said, because I need you to hear this, because this is what I heard. And I need y'all to listen to this right now. This is what Mike just said. Number one, we got musicians who have performed at Lollapalooza and the Colbert on Stephen Colbert. We have people who have been a finalist on the show The Voice. We've got amazing local artists like Mr. Bird and the Perfect Strangers, like City Creek Band, who, by the way, were the ones who came and played for Ivan Moody's event for the grand opening of the Rock Stop. And then on top of that, we also have Olivia Francis, who I worked with back in the Dillinger days. She's out of Nashville. She is amazing. She's adorable. She'll blow your mind. Again, finalists from The Voice, Lollapalooza, Stephen Colbert, local folks. And guess what? It's free. All you have to do is show up. That's
show
it.
Up.
When?
Yeah, when, Mike? What day?
Yeah, so I mean,
Let's
Give
go.
us a date and time, Mike.
We just got
I
a new
got
guy
you.
helping us out with this show right here. Let's go.
He's like, give me the
All right,
details.
where are we
Man,
going?
it's-
When?
Give me the details.
Where do we
Exactly.
show up at?
Yeah, so he's pointed out the crucial information.
That's
So
right.
This is coming up on Saturday. So it's August 12th.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah.
Saturday.
Saturday.
Like it's coming like
This coming
Oh,
Saturday.
here we go, man. We
Yeah,
are not
man.
playing
So-
no games.
No, this is this coming Saturday in Lions Park. It starts at 11 a.m., goes till 8 p.m. Again, actually, we have something that kicks off the event this year that's different. We've got Jill Lovato with Blossom Yoga, who's going to do a free yoga demo
Oh,
at 10
dope.
a.m. in front of the stage. So if you want to come get your holistic, high vibrational.
Hey, you heard it from Mike Morris, president of Visit Cheyenne.
No,
Get
no,
your
Arts
holistic.
Cheyenne.
I'm sorry. Let me try that
I don't
again.
need to-
Take two. We're live. You heard it from Mike Morris, president of Arts Cheyenne. Get your holistic ass out there
Yeah, there it is.
and enjoy the shit. No, I'm just kidding.
That's-
Just playing. That's going to be the quote, by the way.
Yeah.
The title of this
Holistic.
episode is "Get Your Holistic
Holistic
Ass
Out there.
Out There."
Show up.
No, all right.
And it's free. It's free.
Mhm.
Man, what a lineup though. Seriously, man. I had a pleasure to work with Visit Cheyenne when you were talking about the COVID days. And we agreed to throw Neff and Presidential with
Mhm.
that show. We did it at the Lincoln.
Yeah.
And that was pretty tough, man. So I know Mike pretty well. I've watched him grow in his community. Solid dude. Man, if I had somebody that had to read the finest poetry to my wife, I would ask Mike to do it because he
Wow.
has such a
That's-
incredible voice, very articulate. Now he's a great guy, man, honestly. And we had a pleasure to work with you guys that time with Neff Pharaoh. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. It's interesting you brought that up because we reflect on it. I used to do a music and art series called Fridays in the Asher. And
That's
I
right.
worked with Drop on it for the lineup in 2020.
It's a fact.
And it was so unfortunate that, the COVID pandemic happened. Of course, like this is like small beans because we were just putting together a music and art series. But that lineup was such
Amazing.
a banger. I mean, we had Neff on it. We had Jaron Benton on it. We had Red Gold Green on
That's
it.
a fact.
We had Flip Turn on it, who've like blown up and are headlining big fests now. I mean, it was wild that it was going to go down. So anyway, long story short, yeah, that's like a connection going way back with Presidential, and it was cool that Neff's show we were actually
Yeah, look,
able to do
we
that.
kept the poster. You see,
Yeah.
that was a big day for us. Like Arts Cheyenne
Oh, yeah.
presents
Mhm.
Neff Pharaoh present. That was a big moment, and we got an opportunity to work with Arts Cheyenne. So that was like Presidential, like slowly coming back up. Like we don't have to do just the little venues no more. You know what I'm saying? Now we graduated to be recognized by bigger boards, bigger arts, and that was just a cool show. So I want to say thank you guys for that from Arts Cheyenne and you too.
Oh yeah, of course, man. It was
That
it
was
was a
a-
privilege. I wish it could have gone down in its original circumstances, but it was great that it did regardless. And I think as things continue on, we want to be a part of trying to feature and showcase anything if Presidential revives the Funeral Fridays concept.
Sure,
I
it's
mean,
coming
I think
back.
It's coming.
It's
Yeah,
definitely we're
that's-
on the way. So
It's coming.
yeah. I mean, there's so much mutual admiration for what you guys have done for, that particular community of artists, and for the greater, artistic community as a whole, through this show and through all the platforms that you guys have. So
Thank you, man. I
Um,
appreciate it, man. Seriously.
yeah,
It means
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
So, real quick, you also mentioned somebody that I want to give a huge shout out to, huge round of applause, and that is Mr. Jason Sanchez, right, with the city. Make some noise for that dude, because you were saying for this
Shout out to
event,
Jason Sanchez.
Jason, I'm telling you what, man, when he, I can't say enough good things about this guy.
It's a
I
fact.
mean, he's the one who, he's running always the Fridays at the Plaza, which everybody knows and loves. He's doing such great things. But like when I was working with Ivan on the grand opening, Jason was like, "What do you need?" And then he was like, "Come in, let's have a meeting." And I went in, and he had the chief of police, the head of the fire department, he had the head of the city, he had Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were there. Like everybody. He just like it was everybody. And it was crazy. And I was like, whoa. I mean, I walked into this room thinking it was just gonna be a chill thing. And it's like all the heads of the city were there. And they were like, he's like, I just brought everybody here so we could see how we could help you. And like you said, you're going to throw this amazing thing this Saturday for free with these amazing artists coming in from all over, from Nashville, from Seattle, from LA, just all over the place coming for this. And the first name you said is like, yeah, Jason's been helpful. I'm like, I bet he was. I bet you just had to give him a call. And he's like, what do you need? You need, I have choppers. Let me bring in the squad. So huge shout out to Jason. He's amazing. And we're just super excited for the show, man. Thank you for everything you do in town. Thank you for all the stuff, man. We appreciate it. And speaking of very, very important people in our community who are dedicated to help out, I think it's about time to introduce our second guest. What do you guys say? Let's get a round of applause for Mr. Skip Arnold here. Now look, this man, other than just sitting here being patient, looking handsome over here, making sure that we hit the important information, like when this free show is. Nah. This man, Mr. Skip, he was born in Detroit, Michigan, right? Went to, is it Mumford High School? Is that where?
Mumford High School.
Played football, track, swimming. This gentleman right here served our country in the U.S. Army for how long? Like
16 years.
16 years. Thank you so much for your service. On top of that, he coaches football, track, soccer, swimming. He's been in Cheyenne since 2019. I'm sorry, 2009. Much longer. He's been home away from home, Wyoriginal, as Angel likes to say. But here's the big one, and this is, I want to talk about this for a second before we get into all the amazing stuff you're doing and the amazing events you have going on. You played for the Lions, is that correct?
Yeah, I played for the Lions.
Okay, wait, hang on. Hang on,
There's a lot of Lions.
Yeah, the Detroit. Yeah,
let's be clear. He played.
He played. Have you ever seen
what Lions?
What Lions?
And this is a hit on Jared. I played for the original Blue.
Yeah. All right. I want to hear that. No. We're talking the Detroit Lions, right? We're talking like the actual NFL Detroit Lions, right? Now, here's what I was wondering. You sounded a little sad when you said that. Was that because it was with the Lions? Why? No, I'm just kidding. That was for Jared. That was for you. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. No. Tell us a little bit about this.
Well, it was during the strike year, '87. Players administration, they decided to go on strike, and games 4, 5, and 6, they basically opened up to replacement players. You've seen the movie, and it was literally that.
Oh.
It was
the replacements with Keanu Reeves.
Basically,
that's amazing.
It was pretty much that, but we only got to play 3 games, and it was kind of neat. I got a little bit of field time. I was kind of a third string safety, so you won't find me on any rosters. My name is not there. But
yeah, see, we were talking about it earlier.
Though, how many people could say they played in the NFL?
See, that's what I'm saying. Like we talked about this earlier. He's like, I was like, you played for the Lions? He goes, I just 3 games and I was on the field for a little bit. I'm like, that's 3 more games than I've played on a professional NFL team. You know what I'm saying?
It was a 4-11 year, so.
But it was with the Lions. So no, I'm just kidding. Was this pre or during? Was this the Barry Sanders years? When was
Barry Sanders?
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah.
I think he was a 4 or 5 year, 5th year player at that time.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
All right. That's
good.
debatably. I mean,
listen, man.
One of the greatest to ever do it.
Like that. I mean, that's in the resume.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
That's what
why
I'm saying.
we're talking about.
That's what we're talking about.
You've done that,
which is
That's an
super cool.
So
And
shout out to that.
But see, this is a testament to your character, because while we're talking about your time in the NFL, he's like, yeah. But what you're really excited about is all of this stuff you're doing with the Y, right? You got all these amazing Y programs. You got flag football, outdoor soccer, basketball, indoor youth and adult cheerleading. There's a whole bunch of stuff, and I wanna talk about it now. There's something going on right now, like as we're speaking, right? Like literally, what time is it? Like literally, like you should probably be currently coaching, but we're holding you hostage here in this podcast. What's going on right now at the Y?
Well, this is I think what you're talking about is not through the Y.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's what's happening right now in town, and for the past 4 days, it's been Wyoming Senior Olympics.
Yes, the Senior Olympics. Yes.
Senior Olympics, and that's been going on. We started Wednesday, and what that is Olympic style events for people 50 and over, right? And
I was just about to ask the age, because I'm telling you, my father-in-law, man, he might win this thing. But go ahead.
I'm just saying, you'd be surprised.
50-years can move.
These young boys better watch out. Some of these, I'm serious though. You're looking at these guys and they're in like phenomenal shape.
Right. Well, if you watched the news last night and the sports segment, the news, one of the new sportscasters, he featured us last night.
Nice.
Awesome.
And there was yesterday morning at 9 a.m. There's this gentleman named Jerry Meyer from over in Laramie. He's a professor. He's a professor at UW. He's originally from Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh area, somewhere like that. But he lives here. He's been at UW since God and creation.
Shout out to Jerry Meyer.
Jerry Meyer. But the big thing about Jerry Meyer is I met him 4 years ago down in Albuquerque at the Senior Nationals. Yeah. Well, no, I met him before that. But anyway, we really became friends. Jerry, when I met Jerry, he was running the 50-meter dash. He ran the 100-meter dash. He ran the 200-meter dash. He ran the 400-meter dash. At that time, Jerry was 100 years old.
What?
Yesterday, he ran the 50-meter dash in just over 26 seconds at 103.
That is crazy.
Wait.
100 years old? Are we talking dog years, or are you mean like actual?
No. We are talking 100% dog years.
Yeah.
You said this was yesterday?
Yesterday. Wait,
yesterday at 9 a.m.
Now, is he from Wyoming? Is he a Y original?
No, he's from Pennsylvania.
He's
Pennsylvania.
from Pennsylvania, but he lives over in Laramie right now.
He lives in Laramie.
We got to get a picture
103 years old. That's amazing.
I mean, we got to get a picture of this guy.
See, this is
103. Like,
maybe you can riddle me this, because this is what I don't understand. You got a 103-year-old gentleman running a 100-meter dash, okay?
50
and 50 meter, okay.
Right.
And then you were talking about how this is over 50 to qualify, right? You got to be over 50. So first of all, I don't know if you know, Jennifer Lopez is over 50 years old, and we've all seen her. The Rock is over 50 years old. They've been like aging backwards. Meanwhile, I'm 35. Before the cameras rolled, they get a test. I had to pop my hip back into place so I could make it through this podcast. So we got 103-year-old folks running races. Meanwhile, my 35-year-old self can't make it through the night without waking up to pee. So
Oh, there it is. Ding
you know
dong
what's
ditching.
funny is my wife calls it ding dong ditch, but she means something different now. Is
It's gonna be out.
in
man.
both
Don't worry
cases
about
I
it.
have to hide afterwards. That's the point.
It's okay.
What were we talking about? No, Senior
No,
Olympics. Let's get back to
3
this.
years
You know,
old,
100,
man.
103 years
That's
old,
amazing.
and he actually qualified. Middle of last month was just absolutely chaotic for me, so I'm glad we could put this off a little bit.
Absolutely.
Last month we had the national senior games where all 50 states and 6 different countries. There was 11,500, over 11,500 athletes in Pittsburgh to do Olympic style events. Jerry actually qualified. There was actually 19 folks from the state of Wyoming to qualify.
Shout out.
Oh,
See, we
big
good,
representation.
We good.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
pretty
I
good.
mean-
I mean, especially going all the way to Pittsburgh. I qualified. My wife qualified. A couple of our Y members qualified.
Awesome.
Shout out to Cheyenne and what we're trying to put together, what you guys are trying to put together, what you're helping with, what
Love it.
I'm trying to do is shout out to our Cheyenne folks. Is we brought back 5 actual medals and
Wow, nice.
placing in the top 10 in the nation for their age groups.
Love it.
Nice.
Shout out.
Round of applause. for
Shout
that.
out to the
Round of
old
applause.
folks in Cheyenne.
All
I
the
love
old
it.
heads, man. Your old heads versus our old heads.
Oh, for
We get
sure.
this thing done,
What's
all
up?
right? You know
What's
what I'm
up?
saying? We get this stuff.
I bet ours are faster than yours.
He's
I bet
103.
ours. Yeah, he's 103.
He's 103.
These two know me and they know that I like to say, bring it.
Bring
Bring it.
it.
Let's go. Let's go.
Bring it. But
go.
myself, I ran the 50-meter dash. I ran the 50-meter dash. I pulled a hamstring.
Yeesh.
Still placed 9th in the nation for
Love
my
it.
age group.
Love it.
Wow. Wow.
The next
Nice.
day, I had the high jump. Finished 8th in the nation for my age group.
Nice.
Yes.
Wow.
With a
With a
messed
pulled-
up hamstring.
With a pulled
I love it.
hamstring. The following day, I was the national record holder for age group wise for the long jump.
Mhm.
The next day, after high jumping, I had the long jump. I placed 2nd.
Love it.
Wow.
The person that beat me by literally less than the width of a button sideways.
With 2 hamstrings.
Wow.
With 2 hamstrings.
With 2 good hamstrings. So
You know,
Shout out to Skip, man.
good. Congrats, man.
So,
That's huge.
you know, I got to brag on
Let's
myself
get a round
little
of
bit.
applause for Skip
you,
again.
I love
man.
it.
you guys want me to talk about the Lions? That was pretty cool, but I'm proud of what I'm doing
No,
now
that
because
is-
of where I came.
That is awesome. And give
That's a
him your
fact.
title at the Y, just so we know for sure. So
My
they-
title at the Y is the sports director and community liaison, basically. is
so
what I
so
do.
all of the sports that go through the Y goes through this man right here.
Correct.
All of the things that Dom listed, Skip controls and handles all of that. I know this because, like he said, the original blue. I've asked for blue jerseys every year for flag football, and I always end up with some off color because he takes the blue. No.
Hey, man, there it is. Nah, it's fun because it's nice having Skip on the show because I've watched him not just develop my own children through football and just being a coach, period. I've watched him grow to this position in the Y, you know what I mean, which was well deserved. And one thing about Skip was he was always just so passionate. This is what I remember through the practices, through the
Absolutely.
season, at
Absolutely.
the end of the season, getting his own medals for his players on top of the Y medals to my defensive player of the year, you know, up to his MVP of the year, and just putting the extra dedication and passion to why he loves to coach and develop
Absolutely.
these kids. So when I saw him get the honor to be in charge of all these operations at the Y, it was like no better person to
Well
deserve it.
deserved. Well deserved.
And on top of that, Skip always had that soft heart. You know what I mean? He does, because it's like
Don't do it.
I'm
Don't
gonna-
do it.
I'm
Don't make
gonna-
me cry.
no, we're not gonna do that, because it's like, you know, he's so passionate, and then he's gonna retire, but then he comes back, and then he just can't leave it alone, and just pure dedication. Like, he loves the kids, man. Like, seriously, he likes watching them come from this to this, and I believe it because, you know, when you got your kids at the end of the season, I'm running with you guys the first half, but that second half, I'm not doing anything. I'm gonna watch you guys
Right.
demonstrate how well you guys deserve to be in this position.
Well,
So just shout out to you, Skip, for real.
shout out
Pure
Skip. Give a round of
dedication.
applause for
Don't leave
Skip,
me
man. All the
hanging.
great
No,
stuff.
seriously, it's just I can say this because I've watched this. I've been there.
Yeah.
and it's just not a long period of time.
Well,
but
well,
enough.
Oh, it's been a
speaking,
long
yeah,
time,
well, hold on. Speaking of your and Skip's relationship and community outreach and everything you guys do for the kids, you guys are putting together the big thing, man. You guys are doing the
Yes.
big thing.
That's a
Let's
fact.
talk about this. Let's talk about We Got Your Back. It's
Yes.
finally here. It's finally
Yeah, we
coming.
talked
Let's
about-
talk
yeah,
about
we
it.
talked about it throughout the shows. Yeah, We Got Your Back is here.
Yeah.
And it's another honor to have Skip on the show because we've talked. Shout out to Jason Sanchez, though. He did help us very big last year to have the Icing Event Center. That was one of our biggest venues, biggest donations from the city getting recognized. And it was an amazing event. And my wife, she was just like, you know what, babe? I really like what Skip's doing there. You know, he's in charge now. That's a community place. Why don't you ask? You know, and the park is there. I think it would be a great place for the event. And man, I go to Skip and it's like,
He didn't even get the words out of his mouth.
I mean, seriously, man, it was just like, no question. You know what I mean? So shout out to Skip again. We Got Your Back will be at the YMCA this year, August 20th from 9 to 2. And I mean, there's a huge list of just so many people I want to thank from the beginning all the way down. We'll have all the details coming out this week. We have a website. If no one knows about that, we'll release all the details on this episode where the website is. It'll have all the information of what we're doing. But I just want to say this, man, because there's been a lot of like stipulations in the street, and I don't like getting into too much of the negatives because we're a communication of positivity. When I started We Got Your Back, and when I say I started, it's not by myself. Let's recognize that. That's why it's We Got Your Back. This isn't a presidential thing. I'm also a sponsor for this event. I also work this event. It was just a great idea. I was a kid from Brooklyn, New York, and I thought going to school fresh was like the best part of wanting to go to school. You know what I mean? A fresh haircut. So it all derived from that. And when the community spoke to me and was like, we want to have your back now because that's special what you want to do. We want to put backpacks on them. We want to have an event for these kids now. So when I got that greater responsibility, thank God for that, right? You know, being the leader for that. I honestly was kind of nervous because I didn't know what was going to come out of that. I was like, man, how am I going to get all this done? I just wanted to do some haircuts. No, seriously. And just the way our community, you know, I remember when I started this community, everybody said no, you know, like with the whole hip hop, you know, back to what Mike Morris said, you know, paving that way of bringing a new culture, like people believing in you. And, you know, it meant a lot to me to really want to do something because I was passionate about everything I did. You know what I mean? So after a bunch of no's and now people are like, how much? What do you need? Like that, like it gives me chills today because it's like, wow, like you've really done something. You've been impactful. People believe you to take these steps. So I just want to make it be known, like, the energy for this event is purely and solely for the kids. You know, the volunteers that come out, they want to do the best effort as well. You know what I mean? So, and now there's just been some challenging efforts with people doing the same events or, you know, I say this, man, leaderships lead leaderships. You know what I mean? So the fact that we're all being leaders in our community, that's the positivity. Whether we come together with our events or we don't come together with our events, what I want people to know from this is that we want to make our future stronger for our community. And that's really what it all comes down to. You know what I mean? I want to support everyone's events. You know, We Got Your Back. I always like to finish at the end of August because I want the kids to go back as fresh as possible.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And we got the greatest support from our local businesses to our corporations. You know what I mean? And there's such a big list that I want to thank. And I will get to all that. If you come to We Got Your Back August 20th from 9 to 2, you will see why I want to give you back your praise because I couldn't do it without you at the YMCA.
At the YMCA,
a
this
community event center. Thank you, Skip Arnold, for
There you go.
this opportunity.
Sorry, so for those who don't know, We Got Your Back. What are we talking? We're talking kids getting fresh
this
haircuts.
is what it basically comes down to. You're gonna come to this event. You're gonna wait in line. Unfortunately, that is the process.
Yeah.
We don't want nothing chaotic. We will release the video from last year to just show how impactful we were for our community, and how they came to have our back too, pretty much, because we can't do it without them. We can't have all this to give unless you don't show up. You know what I mean? So it really shows how we are really strong. But you will have backpacks with supply kits in them, haircuts. We got an amazing team with Ethnic Hair Care, Lolly and her crew with the braids, twists. She will do an amazing job with her crew there. We also have food. Hambone will be there with a generous amount of donations of pizzas. My guy, Little Taste of Texas, shout out to him. This is 3 years strong. He's an amazing guy to our community, serving probably one of the best barbecues you can get.
Man,
And he will be doing barbecue all day for the kids. We also got my guy George at Baskin Robbins. He will be donating free scoops of ice cream as long as free coupons with ice cream. So there we go with, our food and then our beverage. Shout out to Coca-Cola for always coming through every year, making sure the kids and families have a good refreshment to push down all that good food. You know what I'm saying? We do have activities. I'm going to leave some of that for when we drop it on the website to keep the kids excited and interested for that. We're going to have, what else do we have for you? We'll have a bunch of prizes. I want to shout out to Walmart, another big corporate sponsor for us, who's come through major with supplies, gear for the kids. And they will have all the prizes donated for the raffle tickets that we give when you show up. So just know this, man. This effort is for you, but it's also by you and brought to you by you. You know what I mean? Like I've been saying, man, Wyoriginal, we're all relative, but we need to start getting more familiar. You know what I mean? And regardless of me finding this great event, I want to legacy it by giving it all the way back and creating a board for this now and getting the right people to continue this effort. If there is a day where I would have to step down, or if just anything were to happen, I want to know that the community knows it will have each other's back no matter what.
Now, and I've been a part of this event, and I've been to this event, and the one thing that I could say that, a lot of people say community event. Community event means like the community has to be involved and it's benefiting the community. This is one of the biggest community events that I think that I've been a part of. There was no pride. There was no boastfulness. Everyone came in, they did, and y'all were there for hours. I mean, cutting hair. I thought a lot of these fingers gonna fall off from braiding, and literally, and I forgot what time it was last year.
Last year we went from like 8 to 4.
And they stayed. Last kid was in the line. They didn't kick nobody out. They did everybody's hair. A kid to go to school the first day of school feeling confident and good about themselves, that makes a positive direction for the rest of the school year. It seems like it's such a minuscule thing, but it's not. It's such a huge thing to start your year off right. So kudos to Angel, kudos to Skip for allowing this event to happen. I'm excited for this one. I think this is gonna be a good one.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to have you there volunteering with your wife, having you guys show. And that's what I try to tell people with this whole event. The reason why it's so successful is because of Wyoriginal. You know what I mean? Not the show. When we say Wyoriginal, we mean the people in our community. You know what I mean? We make each other grow stronger by sharpening iron. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And with my workout group, shout out to House of Pain, we talk about that continuously. Iron sharpens iron. You know what I mean? So the continuous effort of us doing this and then showing our kids we have their back, I mean, who knows what's the possibility of our future of our community growing to be? You know what I mean? So I just want people to be very clear that, I just wanted to do haircuts. And thank God that everybody had my back so I could have a we back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we got your back. And we're going to be here August 20th. And it's just going to be so amazing to just see it happen once again.
Love it. All right. On that note, let's go into some. I know we've kind of touched on some events, but let's go into our little church announcements. Angel, other than We Got Your Back, and again, that's on the 20th, August 20th, in case you forgot. What other events you got coming up? What other news you got?
Other news I got. I got a gift.
Oh, that's right.
I got a gift. I didn't get no news. So this was a gift. So it came to me. Everything's like signs and feelings these days.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be a Wyoriginal gift, even though it came to me. But it's a Wyoming jersey.
Love it.
But the significance of why it's so cool is because look at the back of it.
So this is Hunter Maldonado.
This is me officially announcing that I'm signing with.
There you go.
I'm
gonna
play. No, so the gift came to me and it was like you never came through, but you can have this. So whoever decided to give me this, shout out to you. Thank you.
Yeah.
You basically donated this to Wyoriginal,
And we appreciate it.
If I
Hunter-
forget his first
Hunter
name,
Maldonado.
Hunter Maldonado. If
He was
you're
a guard.
watching,
Yeah, he was a guard for UW.
some way, somehow, we got to
yeah,
get him to sign it.
we got to get you to
frame
sign it.
We'll frame it.
Yeah.
You sign it.
You sign it, we'll
and
frame
it'll
it.
be our first.
If you want to pay for a frame, we'll take that too.
Yeah.
But
nonetheless, man, a great gift. And maybe, I don't know, maybe my sons will be wearing one of these.
There
one
you
day.
go.
Who
There you
knows?
go. There you go.
Yeah, this is my official draft day.
I love it. Skip, you got any other church announcements?
Church announcements. Let's see. Right now we have flag football actually starts next week. So that registration is completely closed. We've got in 2 weeks we start outdoor soccer. That registration I'm gonna have to extend a couple more days because I've been so busy that I really haven't had a chance to really put teams together. But and then we've got basketball and basketball signups are actually open right now, which start in September, which start in September.
Love it.
The basketball season.
Get your kids signed up.
Get your kids signed up. I'm telling you, most people think our programs at the Y, or most people think the sports programs here in town are competition based.
Yeah,
We at the Y are absolutely 100% skill based, teaching the kids to love the games first.
Appreciate it. Have fun.
My kids participate in the Ys. I know Angels does.
All my kids.
All my kids go through the Y for their sports, and they grow with it. So I love it.
Right. And it's I've had 3 major jobs in my life: military, chef, and now the Y. The Y pays me the least, but I'm getting the most out of it.
Love it. I love it. Rewarding.
And round of applause for that, bro.
Hey, absolutely.
Seriously,
Absolutely.
Round of applause for
Mike,
that.
what about you?
Yeah, man. I mean, I think we've mostly touched on our end. The Arts Celebration this coming Saturday has been the big focus for Arts Cheyenne at this time. So, I mean, I just reiterate again, so many great visual artists to check out. Cheyenne makers and creatives will be out there doing steam printing. I want to give a shout out to Sarah Slayton and the Great Perhaps out of Denver. They're also on the lineup. We didn't get a chance to touch on them.
Nice.
Fantastic group, though. Sarah was in a band called Edison for many years out of Denver that has come up to Cheyenne. And so she has her own following, too. We're excited to have them. But no, I mean, if you're looking for a really connected, good, high vibes, I should say, time, come out to Lions Park next weekend and do the no rain dance.
I love it.
I've got sports
For sure.
Yeah. Man, this summer, I'm telling you, I'm ready for the arc to show up. But no, honestly, I just want to give a shout out to you guys for having this venue to connect people in the community and to give the community a chance to get to know individuals on a more intimate basis. If we see each other in the streets, say what's up. I mean, it's really good to connect. I think what Angel was talking about earlier is definitely a real spiel. Like, I think as a community, as a society, it's so important to connect, even if you're strangers, because it's just one conversation that can lead to great things. So
it's a fact.
Really appreciate you guys having me on today.
I love it. We appreciate it, man. So I got a couple things. Act 2 Studios, if y'all don't know, I also teach dance at Act 2 Studios. Our registration is now open. If your kids have any interest in dance, whatever it may be, or even cheer. My wife does cheer. She's an amazing cheerleader and acro coach. So if you have any interest in that, registration is now open. Also, do not forget Boys and Girls Club. Why did the name just got me? I'm about to say, so you think you can dance? Dancing with the Stars, September 22nd. We are still always looking for donations. If you want to support the winning team, which is me and Taylor Albert, please hit me up. Please hit me up to donate. If you're interested, we take any amount, $1, $2, $5. It doesn't matter. We take cash, check, credit card, Venmo. I do not care. I will take it all. I think that's all about all I got.
Because you said Boys and Girls Club, right?
Yeah.
So I will say this though. Just because it's going down. They also are throwing a backpack event at the Boys and Girls Club. It'll be on the 12th.
They are.
They will have similarities.
Yep.
But also know that you can get a backpack over there and some haircuts. And
Yep.
I'm thinking some refreshments. I don't know all their details, but just make sure you get there. And if it doesn't work out where they don't have enough packs or whatever, make sure to come to We Got Your Back. And also, Boys and Girls Club, you're also invited and welcome to participate and show love.
Amen.
We'll make our efforts to do the same for you. If you need any extra reinforcements on some backpacks or anything, or you need to reach out to get some help with your event, we're always here. Just know that.
We're there. Dom?
Yeah. Well, listen. I don't got any announcements, but here's what I'm gonna do. See, you got the camera on me. Can you see me? Can you see me?
So
Listen to what we recap today. This is what we got going on. All right. August 20th, We Got Your Back. Okay. There's free haircuts for anybody who needs them. They got backpacks with school supplies and it's free. There's a whole bunch of super fun activities for the kids, and there's food and ice cream and all sorts of stuff. It's all for the community. It's 100% free. On top of that, we got August 13th. Right?
No, August 12th.
August 12th. Don't listen to me.
No,
Are you still
listen
paying
to him.
attention? That was a test. That was a test to make sure you failed. That's your fault. No. August 12th. All right. We got musicians coming from all over. Headliners of Lollapalooza, of the Late Show with Stephen Colbert. They're coming from Seattle. They're coming from Nashville. There's local people, folks who have been on The Voice. They're coming to entertain you for free. All you have to do is go show up at Lions Park and enjoy it for free. On top of that, we got Dancing with the Stars coming up. We got all this cool stuff for signing kids up for dance, signing kids up for soccer, signing people up for basketball. If I hear any of you say that there is nothing to do in Cheyenne, if I swear, because now, and you know what? Most of the stuff we talked about on this show is free too. So I want to hear you say you can't afford it. I don't want to hear you say whatever. If you are bored in Cheyenne, Wyoming, it's because you are choosing to sit on the couch and watch reruns of TV shows and not coming out and enjoying stuff. And if that's what you do, that's fine. I appreciate you. But if you're on Cheyenne Rants and Raves on Facebook,
Here we go. Let's go.
And you're going off about like this town and all that means is you're not a fan of the show yet. And so we're happy to have you. We're happy to let you know all the awesome stuff that's going on.
But don't worry, we're not going to stop.
That's right.
We got your back.
We got your back. We got
Also,
it all going on.
We can't stop without also saying, look, we do this every show, whether it's for a minute, 30 seconds, or minutes. Shout out to our youth in our community.
Yes.
Any challenging situations with parents with their youth or any situations, just always know Wyoriginal is here. You know, we got an Arts Cheyenne program. We got a YMCA. I'm pretty sure these are other outlets. If there's any concerns or help needed in areas where the youth or homes with parents, we are here. And I like making that relevant on every show. Like, we are here. We're not just saying, oh, yeah, we understand you're going through stuff. We are here. We got other resourceful people in our community that I know would be more than willing to be helpful and show love in any ways they can. So just know we got your back totally all the time when it comes to those needs where it's sinking down and you need some help and you need a hotline to call. Just know, look at our neighbors. We're all here together. So no one's here alone.
Just so you know, here at the YMCA, right? Most people complain about cost of things happening these days. Well, the YMCA, we do offer membership, or membership. Of course, we have membership, but we do offer financial assistance for our memberships, our daycare, our before and after school care, our sports programs, right? Yeah. And one program that I'm really proud of is for the teenagers in town that outgrow our programs. We start our program, our sports programs at 12 years old. Yeah. One program that I'm really proud of that is grown by leaps and bounds, and it's surprising me, is I do it for the teenagers, 14 and above. They can actually sign up for any program. Well, they don't have to sign up. They come talk to me. Yeah. And they can become what I call a junior coach.
Love it.
Right? where they can get out. If you're a basketball player and you're looking for, and you're in high school and it's, well, it's springtime per se, more so is when I get more basketball players, but springtime and there's not a basketball season, but you still want to stay involved. Come out and help coach the little kids.
There you go.
It's a fact.
And the best part about that is the school district has also actually said, yeah, we'll accept letters from you. So I write these kids a letter with their volunteer hours,
That's
and
amazing.
it goes into their school, and it goes into their school file.
Yeah.
And it looks great on a college resume.
All I know is I
That's a
know a
fact.
lot of kids. I work with a lot of kids at the dance studio. They always look for volunteer hours. I'm just saying, he just gave you a great one.
Listen,
A great one.
leadership, mentorship.
Hey,
We're here.
hey.
That's basically what's being said right now. We're here. If you do have some concerns, you want to be a part of something, going through anything, you have a tough times, you think sports can help you out, Skip's just letting you know that there are programs to be helpful in areas to help guide you. Whatever can help you in your situation, make you a better leader, a better community person. We're here.
Yes, and check it out. Before we wrap everything up, before I throw it to Jared to wrap all these things up, because we do got to wrap it up. This has been an amazing episode.
What a great
I got
nonetheless.
one more shout out I got to make real quick. Everybody give it up for, hang on.
Chino, round of applause. Let's go. Thank you for your help today. Thank you for short notice. Appreciate you, brother.
Huge help today. We appreciate it, man. 100%.
Facts, man. And when you make a phone call or the situation is right and your own community is like, I'll be there at 7 a.m. to help you out. No problem. Yeah. Thank you so much,
Hey,
brother.
we
I appreciate you.
I do have one more church announcement, and because I was hoping someone else would announce it, but they didn't. So I love comedy. Comedy has been a big deal for me. I love comedy. Comedy has gotten me through a lot of stuff.
Good.
I love laughing.
Okay.
One of pinnacles of comedy is the Helium Comedy Club in New York. Do you know who is performing at the
Your
Helium
boy.
Comedy Club in New
Your
York?
boy.
And he didn't even announce it.
I don't know if he could get the tickets.
No, and I mean, Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart has been there. Chris Rocks have performed at Helium. A lot of comedians have gotten their start at the Helium Comedy Club in New York City. Dom, would you like to talk about that?
Nope, that's our show.
Hold on.
Just kidding.
And they said that a 12-year-old genius could not be on stage with the biggest guys who've ever done it. A 12-year-old genius would never do it.
Well, guys, I appreciate you. You got my back. You're sweet. Yes. September 13th, I'm going to be performing at the Helium Comedy Club in New York. I'm super, super happy about it.
Thanks. Congratulations.
Thank you. I got a huge shout out to my brother, Matt Bergman. Matt's huge. He's been on Dry Bar Comedy and he tours all around, and he and I have had the opportunity to do a couple shows together. We both have roots in New York. And so he got that show and he gave me a call and he was like, dude, let's do this show together.
Thanks.
So it's going to be super cool. I'm really excited.
Thank
you. Thank you. I appreciate you.
And with that being said, we love you. Keep tuning in. We got your back. Pull up. Let's get it popping, man.
Good show, fellas. We appreciate y'all.
That was great.